In this video, we are going to be adding and subtracting integers on the number line. So your I can statement is I can add and subtract integers on the number line. All right, so let's look at how we can do this. So how do I add or subtract integers on the number line? Well, you are going to place a dot on the first given number. Use the second number to determine the number of intervals you need to move left or right. So before we do this, we're actually going to look at reasons why we will move to the left versus the right. Okay, so here are two reasons why we move to the left. So number one is when we are adding a negative. So for example, 5 plus -3, we are adding a negative value, so that is when I'm going to move to the left. Another example is subtracting a positive. So 8 minus 9, you are actually subtracting a positive value. That 9, I know that it can be confusing, and students might think that this is -9, but this is actually saying subtract positive 9. So again, you are subtracting a positive. Okay, reasons to move to the right. Number one, adding a positive. So 6 plus 3, we are adding a positive 3. Another reason to move to the right is subtracting a negative. So 7 minus -3. So here I am subtracting a -3. Okay, so now we're going to look at an example where we are going to place a dot on the number line, and we are going to add or subtract integers. Okay, so I'm going to start with my first number, which is -10, and I'm going to place that on the number line with a dot. So here my value is at -10, and I'm subtracting -8. So what I'm going to do is I got to think about that. If I'm taking away a negative value, then that means subtracting negative. If I'm taking away 8 negatives, I'm actually moving right, okay, because I'm taking away negatives. So here I'm going to move 8 intervals to the right, and wherever it stops, that is my answer. So -10 minus -8 is equal to -2. Okay, let's look at a second example. Here I have -7 minus +2. So again, this is subtracting a +2. So I'm going to locate -7 on the number line with a dot. So here I'm at -7, and I'm going to look at what it's telling me. It's saying minus a +2. So if I'm taking away 2 positives, that means I am moving to the left. So from this value, I'm going to go 1, 2, and I stop at -9. Therefore, that tells me -7 minus 2 is equal to -9. Okay, so I have 4 your turn examples and or problems, and what you can do is you can pause the video and perform this problem on your own, and then you can unpause the video to see, to compare your answer. Okay, see if you got the same answer. All right, so here I have -19 plus 12. So I'm going to start by locating -19 on the number line, and I'm going to put a dot right here. And then I am going to look at adding 12. So if I'm adding a positive value, so add 12 positives, that means I'm moving to the right. So here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I stopped right in between, and I know that this value is -7. Therefore, my answer is -7. So -19 plus 12 is equal to -7. Okay, so I'm on your turn number 2. So if you want to pause the video, go ahead and pause the video. Okay, so I'm going to locate number 3 on the number line. So here I have +3 on the number line, and I'm going to place a dot, and then I'm going to look at what am I doing? I am subtracting 8. So that means I am taking away 8 positives. Well, if I'm taking away 8 positives, I am moving to the left. So from 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I stop at -5. Therefore, my answer is -5. Okay, I'm on your turn number 3. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and pause it. So I'm going to start with my first value of -6. I'm going to locate -6 on the number line. I'm going to place a dot, and then I'm going to look at what am I doing. I am adding -4. So I'm adding negatives. So adding 4 negatives. So I'm going to move to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Where do I stop? At -10. So that tells me -6 plus -4 is equal to -10. Okay, this is the last your turn. If you need to pause it, go ahead and pause the video. I'm going to start with -15 and locate it on the number line so I can see -15 is over here. I'm going to place a dot, and then I'm going to look at what am I doing. I am subtracting -6. So what does that mean? I am taking away 6 negatives. If I am taking away negatives, I am moving to the right. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. My value is right in between -8 and -10, and I know that is -9. Therefore, my answer is -9, and that is it.